The food industry is setting up shop in the Metaverse. MicroStrategy is set to buy more Bitcoin, and the Fed's preferred inflation indicator puts in a 40-year all-time high. My name is Ben. This is your Crypto Nightly News Wrap-Up. Let's get it. There's no pizza like virtual pizza. Following in the footsteps of McDonald's, Burger King, and Panera Bread, Yum Brands has submitted several trademark applications for NFTs and Metaverse services. Yum Brands includes the likes of Taco Bell, Pizza Hut, and Kentucky Fried Chicken. I think they just call it KFC now. A tweet from Metaverse trademark lawyer Mike Candles indicates the trademark applications KFC and the others filed for are virtual food and drink, NFT, and NFT-backed multimedia online stores featuring virtual goods and virtual restaurants featuring real and virtual foods. In a recent press release, Candles stated, clearly Yum Brands sees the potential of the Metaverse and is preparing its trademarks and brands for the virtual economy that will dominate it. Yum Brands isn't alone on this move either, as other companies that have recently filed for trademark applications include Arby's, Baskin-Robbins, Buffalo Wild Wings, Jimmy John's, Sonic, Dunkin', and Hooters. If that's not enough to make your avatar's stomach rumble, Guy Fieri will be mixing his special sauce in Flavor Town as well. Soon you'll notice every notable global brand jump into NFTs and the Metaverse because they see the marketing opportunity and no one wants to get left behind. With our long-term mindset in mind, this is very bullish for the future of NFTs and crypto integration, and at least we'll never get hangry in the Metaverse. The more attention you pay to this industry, you'll see a handful of certain names getting repeated over and over again, and there's a reason for that. These seasoned trading veterans and macro analysts have earned their accolades through decades of success using tried and true tactics. So when they make a big move, it's worth paying close attention to. MicroStrategy CEO Michael Saylor is accumulating Bitcoin in a big way. He's not scared to use other people's money to do it. MicroStrategy's subsidiary MicroStrategy is now set to buy a large amount of Bitcoin following a $205 million loan from Silvergate Bank. Silvergate provided the loan through its SEN Leverage program. The SEN Leverage program provides secure institutional-grade access to capital through US dollar loans collateralized by Bitcoin. WVNews.com reports, under the terms of the agreement, MicroStrategy will use the loan proceeds to purchase Bitcoins, pay fees, interest, and expenses related to the loan transaction, or for MicroStrategy's general corporate purposes. Michael Saylor is playing the long game, and he's not afraid to take on such a big loan because he knows that the Bitcoin he buys using that money is going to pay for itself and put him further into the green. He even weighed in on the $205 million loan by stating, using the capital from the loan, we've effectively turned our Bitcoin into productive collateral, which allows us to further execute against our business strategy. CryptoPotato.com reports that MicroStrategy is the largest corporate Bitcoin holder, owning nearly $6 billion worth of the asset. Whale moves like this are a great indication on the bullish potential for Bitcoin in the coming years. All right, guys, let's head to Frankie Candles for a market update.
Thanks, Ben. All right, guys, let's jump in and do a little market watch here. We got Bitcoin coming in at $45,817, down about 2.5% for the day. We have Ethereum coming in at $32.87, down about 3% for the day. Let's go ahead and check our top gainers. GMT up another 33% today. Unbelievable. We have SKL up about 10% on the day, and then T-Fuel up 8% for the day. Real quick, let's check in on our top losers here. Aave down 9%, Loopring down 7%, and HBAR also down 7%, along with VeChain and ApeCoin. Guys, I have been mentioning in the previous videos that we were expecting a little pullback here. It is looking like a healthy correction, in my opinion, at this point. If you guys want to follow me, it's Frankie Candles on YouTube and Frankie_Candles on all socials. Back to the news.
Thank you, Frank. All right, guys, although the Consumer Price Index is the most commonly watched inflation tracker, that's not the one the Fed has been paying close attention to. The tracker they've been following is the Personal Consumption Expenditures Price Index, also known as the PCE. What's the difference between the two? BLS.gov says the CPI measures the change in the out-of-pocket expenditures of all urban households, and the PCE index measures the change in goods and services consumed by all households and nonprofit institutions, serving households. The U.S. Central Bank uses PCE instead of CPI to gauge inflation because it encompasses a broader range of costs. Given the supply chain issues as a result from the Russian invasion of Ukraine, the PCE index is up 6.4% compared to last February, marking an all-time high in over 4 decades. A recent report from the Bureau of Economic Analysis states the $34.9 billion increase in the current dollar PCE in February reflected an increase of $98.3 billion in spending for services that was partly offset by $58.9 billion in spending for goods. The report also mentioned that energy prices have increased 25.7% and food prices increased 8% as well. While the prices are up, the report also indicated that consumer spending has slowed from 0.2% to 2.7% in January. Prices are higher, spending is lower, yet inflation is still putting in record numbers. This combination indicates to me that the Fed needs to continue its hawkish approach toward hiking up the interest rates, which is why Bitcoin and other crypto assets are the best bet to hedge against this record high inflation. Simple math. Use a depreciating asset to buy an appreciating asset. That's all I got. Be blessed. Good boy out.